Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. On today's video, I'm bringing you a recap for our third match in the Global Clash Cup against Kings of Kings. This is our third match. We've won the first one and we lost the second one, so we better win this one, otherwise we're not going to be topping the group and moving on to playoffs. So I'm going to be bringing the recap of our war, all of the triples, and we're starting with Ranto from King of Kings coming in against CJ Space. He's coming in with a mass E-Drag attack using the King and Queen at 3 o'clock, using the Electro Dragons from 1 to 2 and going all the way in. He also has a blimp that he's going to be able to send from behind, as you can see it now, and he still hasn't deployed his RC. The blimp makes it all the way to the Town Hall, uses the Rage, Town Hall goes down. Now the super minions from the GCC come out, but they do nothing. He also had a poison for them just in case, and they just keep going down the base. Now he sends his RC from 10 o'clock going down, getting rid of Wiz Tower, Nachi Tower, and probably an air defense as well, which is pretty OP. The King and Queen are still alive and walking around the base. The RC ended up getting rid of the scatter shot. Still has one Electro Dragon alive, and this was a very strong triple from them, so we knew we were going to have a strong match against them. Then Jack ended up coming with a 96%, then they came against Jack with a 91%, and then it was my turn to come in and try to get a triple to level things up. So I'm coming in against Terry Taru, and I'm coming in with a Chinese Smash or P.E.K.K.A. Super Wizard attack, sending the blimp for the Tank Hall. My idea was to get the Tank Hall down, start my Queen at 3 o'clock, get rid of the CC, and then get her to move down to 6, which is why I put the Wizard there, just to try to get rid of buildings there nice and quick. However, the CC ends up moving up and it ends up pulling my Queen up. The Super Wizard, I ended up putting him there, trying to push them down, but it was a little bit too late, so I had to adjust in the fly. So I put my Witches and my King at 12 o'clock, just sending everything inside towards that single Inferno. It was targeting my Queen, so I ended up freezing it. Then I quaked the center of the base. That quake was meant to go for where the Expo AD and Nachi Tower is, but yeah, just adjusting on the fly. The King stays on the outside, which is good for me. He's going to be able to clear all of the buildings on the outside. The RC is going to be able to clear the defenses on the ring, which is going to keep most of my army inside the base and going towards that scatter shot and the expos, which is what I want. The Queen with the healers and a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s, they're going to be able to be the MVPs of this attack. So they're continuing going. I use the RC ability that damages some of those defenses nice, and I use my last freeze for the Grand Expo and the cannon. So it didn't end up going the way that I wanted it to go, but it ended up being a triple, which just shows how strong this attack is. I'm loving it, to be honest, and yeah, you can do many different things. Then after my triple, they ended up coming against my base, and they also had a triple, so they're coming in with the Blizzard Lalo, so they got 4 invisibility spells. So let's see what they do. Then they send the Lava Hound to tank for the blimp. Blimp makes it all the way to the Tank Hall compartment. Then he starts invisibilitying, and he does the Tank Hall first. That way the Super Wizards can get rid of the stuff on the outside, and they can concentrate on the Tank Hall. They get rid of the scatter shot as well, and they got a lot of value from that Blizzard, to be honest. Now he starts with his King and Queen with the Ice Golem for tanking. Perfect placement of the Ice Golem. He will be tanking the single Inferno, and he dies, freezing the defending Queen. So that's gonna give the King a lot of power. Then he sends his RC to complement the King and Queen, and starts with his Lalo just to make sure that his heroes don't die either, and they can continue cleaning up the base as the Lalo moves forward. The Queen is just going through the wall. She's going to be able to go towards the multi-inferno, but he decides to freeze the multi-inferno and the sweeper just to make sure that his blins keep pathing. He still has a haste, a freeze, a poison, and just continues throughout the base. There's not much left. They end up going to the back end, get rid of the Tesla farm. This was a crashing triple by Valley, Nova I Valley. Very nicely done. Then after that we had Shivam coming in with his own triple, so he's coming in against with a hybrid. So he starts with his queen charge at 6 o'clock. He finds the Tesla farm, gets rid of the Skelly trap as well. He uses another Cockaloon. He does love his Cockaloons. Now finds another Tesla and another Skelly trap. Uses another Cockaloon for the mortar, which is really good. And another one going towards the Archer Tower. As I said, he does love his Cockaloons. And that one does find a Seeking Airman, which is OP. Sends a Super Wheel Breaker to open the Tank Hole compartment. He wants his queen to go inside. The Sneaky Goblin gets rid of that gold storage nice and quick. She's going to be able to pull the CC, which is excellent. She can get rid of the CC before she activates the Tank Hole. And he has already started with his hybrid going in directly to the Scattershot now that he knows that his queen is definitely going to be getting the Tank Hole. King is merging with the hybrid. Usually you want the king to be on the flanks just to push the hybrid inside, but as you can see here, it's pretty wide the way that he sent his hybrid. RC was in the center of the base, manages to single shot that Expo, and now she's killing the other Expo. Pretty OP RC, and he still has a hybrid going towards the eagle. The queen is still alive, going through a wall. Here we weren't sure if he was gonna get her or not, but in the end, have a look at that little miner and the wizards and another Cockaloon going towards the eagle. Pretty OP Cockaloons from Shivam. And now the queen is going around the base, uses the ability. She can get rid of the multi-inferno, get rid of the wizard tower, and it was a nice triple by him. After that, Noob had an OP defense of 1 star, followed by Noob's 3 star. So he was the MVP of these wars. So he's coming in with a hybrid of his own. He's got 3 rages, 2 heals, 2 freezes, and a poison. So the normal hybrid. And coming in with the blimp, I believe, if I remember this correctly, he actually wanted to have a siege barracks with hogs, but he had to adapt with this blimp, or like he didn't have the troops that he wanted, but he realized once he had gone in, puts the blimp for that single inferno. That's gonna be OP to pull out the CC and also create a funnel for his queen. Sends another Cockaloon, and let's see, now he puts his queen down, healers down, poison down, and rage, just trying to get rid of that CC nice and quick, just to make sure that she doesn't die or go to ability very nice and early. He still has 1 more rage to use and a couple of freezes, so let's see what he does. He did wall break so that she can go inside into the Scattershot. And he sends 1 mana for that builder hat just to make sure that she doesn't walk. We all know how the queen loves strolling around the bases. So she does go inside, sends an OP wall breaker, opening the Tank Hole compartment, and she keeps going inside. She's going to be able to also get rid of the defending queen. Probably could have frozen the queen and the Expo, but it didn't matter. She still managed to go inside, and he sends his hybrid from the top with the warning ability nice and early, and the king there as well. Uses a heal for the center of the base just to make sure that the miners stay alive. Now they're gonna be hitting the king. The queen is just gonna stay alive for the rest of the raid, although she's now gonna go on to the single inferno, but she still has her ability, which he uses now, and she's gonna go inside, and she's gonna be an OP queen. Usually that doesn't happen. She will be hitting every other building, but this time around she did hit the single inferno, brings it down, and now she will stay alive for the rest of the raid. The RC is just helping her with some of the defenses, and now it's just clean up. That army camp at 3 was causing a little bit of stress, but we got it, and this was a nice triple by Noob. After that, they came in against Shivam's base, and they're coming in with a hybrid of their own as well, with 3 super wall breakers. So he uses a couple of loons for the mortar. He used another loon on around 6:30. Sends a super wall breaker that dies to the warden statue, and then the other one just decides to run away. I'm not sure what he wanted to do with that super wall breaker. I think he wanted to break the wall there just to make sure that the queen walks inside into the Tank Hole, but that didn't happen. Sends another super wall breaker. That's gonna open up that wall a little bit more, and now she does go into the Tank Hole compartment. Sends the sneaky goblins just to make sure that she does go in. The Teslas didn't end up rerouting her, which was lucky for him. gets rid of the town hall, gets rid of the multi-inferno, and now coming in with the hybrid, the king and siege barracks at 10, and the rest of the army in between going directly to the single inferno. There's a trillion troops, but somehow the single inferno ends up targeting his P.E.K.K.A, which we all know that is always the case. And now his troops are just going around in a clockwise formation around his base. Now the king ends up going inside and helping the hybrid, uses his final heal, and he still has 2 scatter shots that are going to be hitting his hybrid time and time again. However, somehow his hybrid troops are invincible, and they're just going to continue powering through the base. The queen gets rid of one of the scatters, the RC gets rid of the other one, and this was a nice triple by Terry Taro. After that triple, then CJ came in with our final hit of the wall, and as usual came in with a triple of his own, coming in with the queen charge Lalo. So he's sending the blim for the town hall. Town hall goes down, CC gets pulled, and now he's going to be able to start with his queen. She's going to be able to get rid of the couple of headhunters. Those healers almost went onto the Yetis that were inside the base, but thankfully they died nice and quick, and they stayed with the queen. He uses a poison for the lava pups. This is a minion just to help the queen kill it nice and quick, and she's going to start walking towards the right. Puts an archer and a minion at 3 o'clock just to help out with the cleanup, puts the king and finds the Tesla farm. So now he decides to pop his king ability just to make sure that the queen does go inside, which is what he wants. King ends up getting rid of all of that stuff, creating an OP funnel for his queen, uses the rage so that she goes inside, and she is almost dead. Has to use the queen ability, but now she's gotten rid of the expo scatter and warden statue, so she should be okay for the time being. Also the eagle goes down and the RC, so this is an OP charge. And now he starts with his Lalo from 7 o'clock, 7 to 8, putting the rage, sending the RC with the Lalo as well. The defending queen goes down, the RC ends up going to the center of the base and getting rid of that multi-inferno, while the Lalo is just flying on the outside, getting rid of the single infernos. Uses the haze, he still has 2 freezes, uses 1 for the single inferno and the AD. He still has 1 more, he can swag it now if he wants to, and he does. And this was an OP triple by CJ against Haru of King of Kings. In the end, we ended up winning the war 14-12. We had 4 triples to the 3 triples, but they did have that 1 star against Noob. 99.2% for us, 94.8% for them. GG to them, and good luck for following wars. If you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.